Okay, my name is Zan. I'm Zan Bennett. I am going to be presenting our company today, Social Dynamic. We're a creative consulting agency that helps companies make the world a better place while making more money doing it. I want to start with asking each and every one of you a question. What are you passionate about? Think to yourself, what is it something that drives you? Something that you care about, that you wake up in the morning to do? It could be your family. It could be your job. It could be an activity that is important to you. And I want you to hold on to that for me, because we're going to come back to it. And if you will, I'd like the opportunity to tell you about something that I'm passionate about. Okay, so it starts with a story. When I was a teenager, I had the opportunity to do some volunteer work in Bangladesh. And this slum that we're looking at has more than twice as many people in Boulder, in the middle of one of the most densely populated cities in the world. And in this slum, one of the many places that we were able to visit and contribute to were these birthing centers. 3 of them, in fact. And these centers, every day of every week of every year, people give birth. And there's a mattress in the back, and the door doesn't close properly, and they lack many of the things that you need for something like that. They lack running water, and they don't always have antiseptic. And this is a story that stuck with me, because as we're trying to contribute, it's hard to get to Bangladesh. And even if you're there, you can put your efforts towards, but it's really the amount of hours that you put into it that contributes to the amount of work you can. And so this kind of grew a passion in me, a passion to do work whenever I got the opportunity. Around the world, there's different problems that exist. You know, some of them human, some of them working in climate change, or social injustice, or animal welfare. But one thing that brings all these together is that what really you need to fix these problems is attention and resources. That's the missing piece, because you can only spend so much time on one thing, and when you leave to go work on the next project, all of a sudden this project that you're working on, maybe it goes back to how it was. And so how can you create systematic change that addresses problems around the world? Now I want to come back to what we were talking about earlier. What are we passionate about? At the same time that I was looking into nonprofits and work around, I started growing an early career in marketing. And the one question that they ask you in marketing is, why do I care? What's the thing that matters? Why do I buy this product or this service? And with these impacts, these stories, we found reasons for people to care. And there's this natural synergy between how we can help projects and how companies can be able to get a reason to care. And so that's what we do. We found that this model is something that companies already tap into. Nike's huge spike in attention here comes from their Colin Kaepernick, the Colin Kaepernick campaign. Believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything. This was a movement where they're able to gain their highest stock price, and they're able to drive systematic change with over 40 million they donated to the cause. They understood their values as a company. They aligned their values with the values of their customers, and they created meaningful change while making more money. Patagonia has done this from the beginning. A number of companies have done this. We're in the business to save our home planet. They can offer a premium priced product because people like what they stand for. And even companies like Ben & Jerry's, something that to many of us we may consider product focused, have found that some of their most viral content comes from standing behind an issue and figuring out ways to solve problems. We work in social impact campaigning as consultants and strategists. We work in spaces like climate change, inequality, and social justice, just to name a few. And how it works is we create these goodwill strategies with the company. We develop the media and content around it so that the storytelling is a key piece, and then we distribute them through multiple channels, including influencer marketing. To name a few of the projects that we've had the honor of working with in our short tenure, one is being able to provide hot meals for doctors and nurses during the long hours they worked saving lives during COVID for an entire hospital. We're able to drive resources and funding towards a school in Tanzania, which will be breaking ground this year, There's also a project here at CU Boulder, Mission Zero, that we're working with right now, so that every student and professor and faculty member who has an idea about how they can make an impact in the science or the storytelling behind climate change will have the platform to talk about their project and the funding to make it happen. And the last one that I'll discuss briefly is we've worked with a Stanford-based startup that's working on curing age-related diseases. And once that they get FDA approved, they will be saving millions of lives around the world. We've helped companies raise millions of dollars. We've had advertising stunts go around the world, and we've launched dozens of companies and new products in our short tenure. This is the powerhouse team that's made it happen. We have expertise in marketing, in strategy, operations, videography. What binds us all together is experience and interest in making the world a better place. We today are looking for people to join our team. We're looking for opportunities at the next connection of a company that we might work with. And we're looking for advice and mentorship from a wealth of knowledge that sits before us. I want to thank Karen, and I want to thank Rohan, and I want to thank a number of people in this room who have made this a reality for us. And this is only the first step. I'm excited about where this is going, because a year from now or 5 years from now, who knows how big of an impact that we can make with the right companies in the right space. The world is changing companies, and companies are changing the world, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Appreciate it.